into this evening's topic is consistency and how super important consistency is. And you know what? Sometimes we think that we can do it every now and then and we can skip a few and no one will notice. And you know what? In that moment, no one might notice. But over the long run, they will always, always value consistency. So this made me think about, I thought about this about a few days ago. And I was actually going for a run and I was literally gasping for air as I was running, and I was thinking to myself, do you know what? It really takes consistency to run a marathon. You need to practice and exercise really consistently, go for runs. The same goes for a business. You need to run your business, but in a consistent manner and bring consistency every single day. The same goes for running a household. You can't decide tomorrow, damn, I'm going to opt out. I'm not doing breakfast tomorrow morning. Well, in my case, I'm going to have a little big-eyed girl saying, well, where's my breakfast? So you need to stay consistent with that. Same goes for discipline and giving sweets and treats and things like that. If you do it every day or as often as possible, then there's no consistency in it. And then the day when you say no, it's going to be like, but why? Like, that's not the consistency that we've had up until this point. So consistency is what really keeps things going smoothly. It might not feel like it in the moment, but you know what? 5 years from now, you will look back and the things that you did consistently are the things that are going to stand out to you. So I recently went for a run. And I've not been very consistent with my exercise routine, I have to admit. But I decided, you know what, screw it. I cleaned out the whole house, all the cupboards, threw out all the trashy type of food that's in the house. I was like, you know what, I'm going to go for a run, 5-kilometer run, that's all. Just need to go for 5 kilometer. And I've been doing that like at least once a week. Exercising once a week or so, but not consistently. No, there's no consistency to my routine. And as I was running, I realized that this is the reason why people look so fit and happy while they do it is probably because they've been consistently doing this for days, weeks, months, and years. If I go onto the Kyla Sweat app every now and then, I get a notification that say, you haven't done an exercise in a while. Do you want to continue with week 7 or start over? I'm like, damn, go away. But they pick up that there's no consistency. So what is your consistency going forward? Do you want to start over or do you want to continue on this basis? And that was kind of a bit of a wake-up call for me to kind of get more of a routine going. And this run, which I mentioned, was different to others because I started off on a high, cleaned out the whole kitchen, the cupboards, everything, gave the chocolate to my husband to hide. I mean, who does that? Desperate measures. Anyway, so I set out to do a 5-kilometer run, and I'm very ambitious and in nature. And I decided while running the first 100 meters, I decided, you know what, I'm going to do 10 kilometers today. Just to kind of show myself, you know what, you can do this. And oh boy, was I wrong. How wrong was I? So what I did is I ran for 5 kilometers in one direction away from my house, knowing that if I want to opt out and get tired, I still need to do 5 kilometers all the way back. So anyway, I did the 5 kilometers. I did pretty well because I have been doing that consistently, maybe once a week or so. But I haven't done 10 kilometers. And I have to tell you, the last 5 kilometers was absolute torture. And to be honest, I didn't even finish the 10 kilometer because I took a shortcut home and I did 8 kilometers in total. But those 3 kilometers were absolutely brutal. So needless to say, I almost died. And that kind of got my attention. It it was kind of a wake up call to you get what you consistently do. Like you cannot decide one day to run 10 kilometers unless you've been active for quite a while. You cannot decide to lose 10 kilograms. You cannot decide to just run a successful business. You're going to probably start off with a slow, small business or a few failed businesses, but trying consistently will build to the successful business. So you cannot expect to eat salad for one day and have the dream body tomorrow and be healthy. No, you're going to have to do that consistently. And if you're consistent with your excuses, then that is what you will get, more excuses. If you're consistent with your growth, your learning, pushing yourself every single day, then that's what you're going to get. So go for a run. If it's not every day, every other day. If it's once a week, then do it once a week, but do that week after week after week. And I know I'm preaching and I probably need to follow my own advice, but you know what? I've done this with my business. I've done the failed businesses. I've done the start my blog and don't finish it. Send one email and don't finish it. Send that email and then send another one and then send another one every single week. Write that blog, call the client, but do what needs to be done to get the results. And you will probably only start seeing results once it's so a part of you that you've even forgotten that you're doing it. So here is my 5 tips for staying consistent. And I will be following them as well. And I will be sharing it with you as well. But tip number 1, set one large goal for yourself. So whether that is to have a financial year and double your income, whether it is to lose 10 kilometers, but set one goal and begin with the end in mind. Where do you want to finish? What do you want to achieve? What is this goal? Write it down. Think about it. Read it. Share it. Ideally, do that every single day. Write it in the morning before you get up. Write it in the evening before you go to sleep. Listen to something that you've recorded. If you record something like that and listen to that every morning and every evening. For example, get 5 paying clients. So that would be goal number 1. Step number 2 would be break that down into doable everyday tasks. So what I do when I wake up in the morning, go downstairs and I journal. Just 1 page, really not massive. And I write down at the bottom 3 to 4 things that I want, 3 to 5 things that I want to complete that day. It is not big things, it is small things, but that helps me to achieve it because now I'm writing it down, what I want to do. I'm breaking it down into smaller steps. I started off working with pro bono clients, giving them free work. And that kind of got me into the habit of getting clients, getting free clients. So start off with maybe doing it for free or doing it for friends and family, and then start off with charging money. Create a product, give it away to a few people, get their feedback, grow, but do that consistently. So, for an example, say day 1, I'm going to create my target market. Who's my target market? Day 2, break that down. And who's my ideal customer? And day 3, search for people that match that kind of customer profile. And then 4, contact those people, send them a message. How are you? Just want to ask you a few questions and get into the feel of asking people and contacting people. So tip number 3 would be train your brain to say what it has promised. So we are very quick to make promises and say, yeah, I'll go for a run later. Yeah, I'll go for a run later. I'm very guilty of that, I promise you. And I know a lot of you are as well. So I've had other blogs. I've said to myself, I'll write it tomorrow. But this time I've said, it's going out on a Thursday. Whether you want to or not, it's going out. And you need to do whatever it takes to be consistent to that day. So consistency in mind all the way. The podcast will grow, the blogs will grow, but it will only grow with consistency, love, and effort. So Start by saying you'll drink 2 bottles of water a day and do it. Do 2 bottles of water for that day. And your brain will suddenly start thinking, okay, well, she said that, she listened. So when she says, let's go for a run, we must probably listen. So that's a very easy, quick trick to kind of set for yourself. So I'm getting up and going to the bathroom and do that. Or I'm getting up and I'm going for a walk and do that. So tip number 4, monitor it on a weekly and monthly basis. If it's not monitored, it hasn't happened. That which you don't track will never improve. And this is what I've seen time and time in my business with clients, and they don't track it and they don't follow it. And they're, yeah, I'll start my social media tomorrow. Okay, where are we? What have you done? Like, yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember. But anyway, even if you don't have many pro bono clients, for instance, say to yourself, how many hours am I willing to work? Get 20 clients and allocate your time so that you can monitor that every single week. Okay, I said I'm going to get 20 clients this month. How many do I have? Oh, it's the 5th. I've got 1. I need to shape up. By the 15th of this month, I need to have 9 more so that I at least at 50%. So push yourself. Write down 3 simple things that you can do and monitor them. Go back into your journal and see what you have done for the last few days and build on that. Then my last one, tip number 5, would be patient. If you are consistent, even if you don't see results, that means you need to push more. You need to go further. People see what you are doing. People see your passion. They feel your passion. They see you consistently. And that will drive people toward you. That will pull them in to that charismatic vibe that you will be sending off. Like, I'm serious about this. I know I've said it, and I know I've probably said it before, but this time I'm doing it consistently. And consistency means I'm serious. You need to be like the ocean. You keep making waves. You do not wait until the sun rises or when people visit the beach to suddenly start making waves. Whether they show up or not, that does not matter. You need to show up every single day, whether it is for your business, whether it is for yourself, whether it is going for that run, or whether it is calling that client or sending that proposal that you've promised, but you need to be consistent. And I really hope that is what you needed to get your butt into gear and to grow your business and be consistent in your business, or just go for that other run. So I hope you have a lovely weekend and we'll speak soon. Bye.